So I'm turning it into the camera. We need 10,000 people to watch this, so tell your friends.
Hello, I am Hunter and I'm with Camille today, and we are doing Chat with the Chancellor for our 4th vlog, and we are happy to be here with Chancellor Joe Gow. Chancellor, thank you so much for joining us today.
A pleasure to be a part of this project.
Yes. Well, first I want to ask you just about your background, what your education background, what you did before coming to UWL, and yeah, so just tell us a little bit about it.
Well, in brief, I was once like you all. I was a student and undergraduate studying journalism. Never would have dreamed I'd become chancellor of a university. I mean,
we have a shot, guys.
Yeah, right. Try that on your friends. And they say, what do you want to do? But then I did go to graduate school and I became a communication teacher. And when I got into that, I also had some opportunities in administration, some great people who were further along than I in administration who helped me. And, you know, over the years I've moved through a series of jobs and was delighted to come here about 10 years ago to be chancellor at UWL. It's really a wonderful privilege to serve in the role that I do.
Mm-hmm. So what brought you to UWL 10 years ago?
You know, I really think, first of all, I was at Winona State earlier in my career and then moved down to Nebraska. So when this position came open, I said, oh, I know that's a great school. I'd be an honor to be in that role. But the thing that really came through in the search process was people wanted somebody to be, you know, who they are, if you will. And I'm a pretty down-to-earth person. I don't put on airs and take myself too seriously. And it seemed like that was what they wanted. I could feel that, a good fit, and it has been.
I have a question for you. I feel like students on campus can relate to you and you have a very personable relationship with people on campus. What brings that out in your position here?
Well, students make the job really fun, and you're the energy of this place. And you know, the older I get, I tend to spend more time, you know, out in the community with people who are a little older. And they're great people, but they're not the kind of boy. The students, you know, you go away for the summer and then come back, and it's just like palpable the energy that brings. So I love to be out among students, and I really, it's like a dream come true to be chancellor. I've never lost my roots as far, you know, I was a student too. I still am in many ways. I like to learn new things and talk about ideas. So that's where the vibrancy is, and that comes very natural to me, and I hope people, if they appreciate that, that's awesome.
In my 4 years of experience here, I've noticed that you do a lot with students on campus. Talk a little bit about the fun that you like to have. I know that you like to run. There's, what is it, Run with Chancellor
Run with the
Gow?
Chancellor. It's
Yes.
actually coming up, I believe it's October 15th. We'll do that again, the 10th year on that. Also like to play some music. You know, we do the Chillin' with the Chancellor. We got the Chat with the Chancellor, Chillin' with the Chancellor, Run with the Chancellor.
There we go.
You know, and the other thing that is really enjoyable is to get out to the res halls and visit. And, you know, we, depending upon the year, there have been different people in our HAC who've been a little more invested in that or not, and so I'm often invited to go visit in the halls, and it's very important for me to do that in addition to being fun, because I don't really get into the halls on a day-to-day basis. I wouldn't have any reason to, but I need to see, you know, how do our students really live? What's the experience like? And the cool thing, there are a lot of guitars out there. And so we go walking around and people are like, let's jam. So I always enjoy that.
Let's jam.
Yeah. So speaking of music, what is your kind of background in music? What are the specifics about that? Because I know you play guitar, obviously.
He's
I saw you
really
Chilling with the Chancellor.
Well, you're kind.
You are very good.
I do my little thing pretty well, I guess, but it's not I'm not a schooled musician, and I play by ear. And I got a guitar when I was 10 years old, and that was in 1970. You can do the math on how old I am. And, you know, in that era, there was a lot of great guitar music, and a lot of it was based on older blues music, so I've really come to enjoy those kinds of musics. And, you know, my wife she plays the ukulele and is a little more of a folk background, although she has a great classic piano background as well. So I've broadened my horizons through her as well. But at heart, I'm still kind of a rock guy and blues.
Favorite band known to date right now for you?
Wow, that's hard. It depends on the music. I think the favorite sort of person in Muddy Waters of the blues is just very cool. And I saw him in a movie in the 70s called The Last Waltz with the band. And I just was like, wow, that guy, there's an aura there. And so I really admire his music.
I guess a little more of the serious stuff now.
Okay.
Getting down to
yeah, I
it
can talk
here.
music all day.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I could too. I love music. But so there's strategic planning going on campus, and there's some open forums coming up for students to participate in that. So tell us a little bit about what's going on with that and how students could get involved in the strategic planning process.
We are looking for ideas from everybody in the campus community about where we want to go in the future. We do a lot of things very, very well, and we're not going to change those. But you always need to be improving, making it a stronger university. And the only way to really do that is to hear from the people who make up the university, and the students are the biggest constituency. There are over 10,000 of you. So we're trying to get your input through those open forums. There's also a website that people can go to. And we've already identified some directions as far as making this a more inclusive, more diverse university. Everybody's excited about that. There's also a great deal of passion about what we call transformational learning experiences. So that's really making this university even more personalized than it already is. So that's exciting. Yeah. And then greater connections with the community. I know you both are from the LaCrosse community, and a Logan grad and Aquinas. Yeah. You know what this is about and what an asset this university is right here in LaCrosse. So we want to maximize the potential of that. But we are open to lots of things, and I hope people think about ideas, and then we'll do the hard part of, can we make those happen? What does it take? Because we don't have unlimited resources, but we're always trying to make the most of what we have.
That's great. So students should definitely take advantage of looking over this a little bit and looking into the strategic planning.
Absolutely.
To help out our university.
I will say I get email messages from many students, even before strategic planning, about ideas. Here's something, have we thought about this, that, or the other thing? And a lot of the great ideas on this campus were originated by students. In particular, the Green Fund comes to mind. Also, we have a growth, quality, and access tuition program that has enabled us to add a lot of faculty and staff. That got done years ago because the students weighed in and said, we think it's a good idea. So we're always very, very eager to hear from the students. Now, you haven't asked me about veganism.
Should we ask?
I think that no conversation with me would be complete without that.
Side note, I worked at the Old Crow my junior year of college.
Oh, okay.
And I think you came in for dinner with some
I came
faculty.
in one time,
Yes.
but I know
And
everybody's looking like,
and hummus.
there he is. I can't really go with, but yeah, we had some veggies and hummus, that's right.
So touch on your veganism.
Well,
Vegan
boy,
lifestyle.
okay, I grew up eating everything and anything, and then in my really post-college years, I said, I want to be healthier. And that was at a time when people were sort of saying, maybe red meat, we eat too much of it, so I cut that out of my diet. Then I developed a lactose intolerance, and a lot of people have that, so the dairy got problematic. So I said, just the easiest thing is to really go vegan. Now, what many people don't appreciate, they think vegan is just vegetables and salad and all that. No, we need protein too. To clear up something, vegan and gluten-free, not the same.
Not the same.
Sometimes people think that, but and we know people with gluten-free, that's important to have that too. So those options are out there as well.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.